Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise in support of the amendment. I'll tell you why. Because I don't think that anyone in this building knows exactly what this bill does. There's a tremendous amount of ambiguity to this bill. And I want to credit House Ways and Means and their staff. They've been great and responsive, working with me to try to get some answers resolved. But I have tremendous questions, and the reason why is I've worked in the software business for many years. Not 35 years, but many years. And I think it's very unclear, what are we doing here? What are we taxing? What is service? Software as a service or cloud computing. It doesn't attack the cloud. Okay? We have to implement the cloud. We have to go to a customer and help them set up their deployment of the cloud or any other software. We may have to integrate with the payroll system. You know, let's say we're selling an ERP product. We have to integrate with payroll. Maybe a time and attendance system. We have to integrate with those so that they talk together, so it's a business solution for the enterprise. We have to maybe configure some reports specifically for that organization. We have to hold some workshops to determine what exactly the business need for the software is. Now, in all of those, I ask, what's taxable? Is it the configuration of the system? Is it the turning of the switch and customizing it to the use of the individual? Is it code-based change? Is it creating a connector for the different software systems to talk to each other? Is it configuring a custom report so that people can get the information back? And then what is the value? Is it the value of the software as a service contract? Is it the hours of the individual who's doing the implementation? And how are we going to segregate that out? Is it only 2 hours of building the connector? Or is it the overall implementation of the project? Maybe it's just several minutes here of creating a report. Which bureaucrat on Beacon Hill is going to determine that? You know, we had heard mention of the healthcare industry. We spent a lot of time last session talking about trying to contain costs of healthcare. Well, I'm sure you're all aware that our healthcare organizations use a tremendous amount of software. Medical records online, payroll systems, time and attendance systems. Got to have our compliance systems. Want to make sure our medical professionals are properly trained. So we have to have a training system. Probably do some performance reviews to make sure that the nurses and doctors that are attending to our patients are properly performing, making sure that the organization isn't getting any problems. So we've got to have some performance management and talent management. Could have an ERP system to make sure that we have the appropriate information on the employees of the system. So we're talking about containing healthcare costs. We're adding a tremendous tax today on our healthcare system, on all industries across the Commonwealth. We have made it more expensive to do business in the Commonwealth. We are punishing the small businesses that want to grow, want to be more efficient, maybe have a payroll system so that they don't have to have someone individually spend all their time doing payroll. I'll get a system, maybe that will help me. Not anymore, it's going to be far more expensive now, so now you can't hire that new FTE to go ahead and help your business grow. Folks, we're opening a tremendous Pandora's box. What's next? Like attorney fees for their services? How about my accountant who does the CPA who does my taxes every year? Am I going to be taxed because he's providing a service to me? How about if I go to Home Depot and buy a lawnmower and they deliver it to my house and assemble it? Paying tax on the lawnmower, but now there's a service of putting that lawnmower together. Are we going to tax that service? Where does it stop? We are hurting the innovation industry with this tax. And quite frankly, we don't even know what we're doing. I would love to know which bureaucrat's going to decide what tax applies to what job, and it's going to vary across the spectrum. This is bad legislation, and I support the repeal of this by supporting this amendment. Thank you, Madam Speaker.